Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Yes, we have some of the authors from My Walk Past Hell right here in the Kim Jacobs studio today. How are you, ladies? Just by wave of hands, I know you have your mics muted, but I am so grateful to have you all today in the studio audience. Listen, everyone, go ahead and grab your virtual seats. We're going to have a great episode that's action-packed. Get ready for a roller coaster ride because these women have walked past hell. So today I want you to encourage your friends, your family, your coworkers to go ahead and become a part of the Kim Jacobs Show studio virtual audience. So go ahead and tag people as we get ready to start My Walk Past Hell. OMG. We're going to be in for a whole treat today. A whole treat. Let's get this show started. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time. Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show. All right, everyone, welcome back to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. And we have today 6 of the authors from My Walk Past Hell. And we're going to get started right away. I put Dr. Yolanda Jerry here in the middle, but I'm actually going to put you up in the corner so we can get started with you, Dr. Jerry, if you don't mind. Now, Dr. Jerry, let me explain who she is. Advocacy is centered at the heart of every philanthropist. And we know that echoing that notion at its finest is the diversified professional, Dr. Yolanda Jerry. She is a retired Air Force veteran, best-selling author, speaker, business guru, and CEO and founder of YJ Empowerment Solutions, LLC. And YJ Inspires, a disciplinarian she is, but she's also a multidisciplinary advocacy program invented to help clients push beyond their past traumas and to elevate to the next level, both personally and professionally. Dr. Jerry is also affectionately known as the Empowerment Advocate. Welcome, Dr. Yolanda Jerry. How are you today?
I am blessed today. This is what, part 5? Hi,
Kim. Part 5. I'm so excited to have you on today. And you've been on each time with all of, and I'll put it here for a second, but I would like for us to just hear from you about what officially gave you this whole inspiration for this anthology, this book compilation.
Well, the whole inspiration, one, is because I know I've walked past hell many times, right? And I've been sharing my story and being a part of many anthologies where I've shared bits and pieces of, different parts of my life and my journey and my experience, all of the trauma pretty much that I've gone through. So now it's just like, okay, God was like, okay, you need to stop it. It's your turn to start being able to share other individual stories, right? And give other women a platform to where their voice can be heard, their story can be heard, and also be able to inspire other individuals at the same time. As far as the title, I battled with for a little bit, but I was like, you know what, I said, it doesn't matter what people think about the title. If anything, they're going to know this is what these women really went through. And My Walk Past Hell, people experience trauma, but in this particular anthology, they are going to get the deep trauma that some of these women have gone through. And there's other individuals that would be able to relate to this. And by them being able to relate to their stories and the trauma they have gone through and see what they're doing today, these ladies are powerful. They're doing phenomenal things right now today that can inspire somebody else to be like, hey, if this woman went through all this hell and she's still here and walking in her purpose and living her truth, so can I.
Wow. Yes. And there are, when you say deep trauma, there are some really in-depth things that these women will go into in their stories. How are you defining deep trauma?
Some of these some of these women, when I say deep trauma, look, I was crying the whole time. Every time I got a chapter and I read it, it took me on an emotional roller coaster. So when I say deep trauma, I mean, instead, I won't go too deep, but I mean, the deep trauma is basically you're going to have your mouth's going to probably be wide open on some of this. You're going to have tears that's going to come down your face. All I got to say is get your Kleenex and get your tissue ready, because these women came with their stories. If it touched me, I know it's going to touch everyone else.
Wow, I agree with you. I agree. Let's show this cover. So we know we need to go ahead and show the cover. Tell us about this.
Gosh. Well, the cover speaks for itself, Kim. Look at it. I mean, it says, "I walk past hell." Look at the lady. She's walking. Literally, she's not standing in hell like she's stuck there. She's walking past and saying, "I'm leaving up out of this mess because I got things to do."
Yes, yes, and I that is just great imagery. I think this is one of the best covers. It's painting a picture for women that have been through hell and coming out of it and saying goodbye. That's the past. I love this. I love it. And so thank you so much for allowing us here on the Kim Jacobs Show to be able to share that cover. I know that was like pulling teeth over there, Dr. Jerry.
I know, but I look, hey, at least I gave it to you. I gave it to you ahead of time because I told you it's gonna be like the last week. I gave it to you a couple of weeks ahead of time.
Thank you so much. So what you want people to walk away with from reading this book is what?
Them knowing that, we have 4 words that surrounds our anthology. And those 4 words are basically the way these women have lived their life to try to walk past hell. And that's them being transformational, unsinkable, life-changing, resilient. They represent and embody all 4 of those words. And so what I want the takeaway for the other individuals to know that, hey, if these ladies can embody these 4 words, so can they as well.
Wow. Okay. And what else is going on with Dr. Jerry? Tell us something else. I know I see you everywhere, by the way. I see you on all kind of podcasts and you name it. I see Dr. Yolanda Jerry with some nice sassy attitude going on. So tell us something about you outside of the book.
Oh my goodness. I will be on here all day. Just literally my calendar is full today, all the way up until like 8:00, 9:00 tonight. We have the Level Up conference that's coming up in April 16th to the 18th. Sign up. It's free. Website is time2levelup.com. We also have the Level Up Clubhouse event that's happening all day today. I will be on around 6:30, but it's going on all day today under Current Cherry's Clubhouse. So follow her on Clubhouse and you can pop in and out of there too, where Level Up speakers will be speaking there. And then I also have a 2:30 that I'm showing up with Coach Nikki Ziegler today at 2:30 on Facebook Live as well. So again, I have a packed day, and in between that, of course, I have a training session today. You know about that session too as well. So full day. I promise you, it seems like it never stops. But when God says, look, I done removed you from your 9 to 5. Now it's time for you to start leveling up. And that's what he's doing. He's pushing me all the way out.
Well, yes, he is. And that's a good thing because you have more work to do, especially if you can pull something together at this level. This is just the beginning of great things ahead for you. Let's give a way for people to stay connected with you. Dr. Jerry's website is IamYolandaJerry.com. And you can also tell them how they can follow you on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well.
Correct. So it's IamYolandaJerry.com. Again, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My handle is YJ Empowers. If you need to send me an email, because I am an advocate for domestic violence, sexual assault, and youth bullying, and also help people with coping with grief, you can email me at Yolanda@YJEmpowers.com.
Okay, Yolanda@YJEmpowers.com. And make sure you all stay connected with Dr. Yolanda Jerry, who is the person that put this whole collaborative effort together, along with the 30 authors that you've met here on the Kim Jacobs Show. So I am super excited because we're going to keep on going. And let's see who else is going to be up here next. Let me pull over our special Felicia Yvette Long. How are you?
I am wonderfully blessed this morning. Good morning, everyone. I just thank the Lord for being here, and I just praise him for this awesome project that he allowed me to be a part of.
We're glad to have you. Yes. Glad to have you. Now, let me make sure that I let you all know that with Felicia, I want to go through and I want to definitely give your bio, if you don't mind. In a gravitating, shifting world that is ever evolving in cycles and seasons, is a fierce, fiery young lady who is outspoken with integrity and dignity. Although she has some disabilities, she is not disqualified. She keeps it real, raw, and truthful with no sugar coating. Her physical limitations have caused her to use the rich mind and wisdom that the Lord has blessed her with. She is a 5-time published author. So this isn't your first rodeo here. Her 5-time published author with 3 books being anthologies and 2 solo on her own. She's a speaker, a preacher, a teacher of the Word of God, and has preached on The Way television, which aired on 7 continents in 150 cities. Felicia's academic achievements include a Bachelor of Science in Human Service and a Master's of Business Administration from the University of Phoenix, and she has graduated from the Sonship School of the Firstborn in Victorville, California. She is also the founder of Global Warfare Ministries and the host of the Anointed Fire Prayer Line. Oh my goodness. Ooh. As a contributor to the society, she supports Feed the Children and St. Jude for cancer research. I am so glad to have you, Felicia.
Thank you so much, Kim.
Well, now you say that you have some different limitations and disabilities, but it doesn't stop you. Tell us about some of those, if you don't mind.
Well, back in 2010, my spine collapsed 4 times. Oh. And I've had 4 spinal surgeries with 150 staples and stitches. I have rods and screws in my spine. And so that left me in a depressed state because I had to retire from work. I've worked ever since I was 12. And I just asked the Lord, I said, now what am I going to do? I can't use my body. And he said, you have a rich mind, use your mind.
Okay, so now that right there alone gets us one to read that chapter. You said 4, oh my God, your spine collapsed, and that's something nobody can prepare for. How do you prepare for that?
Actually, I didn't prepare for it. I was getting ready to go to work, and I got up, getting ready, prepared. I had ruptured discs in my spine, and they had bulged out to where it actually collapsed me on the floor.
Oh my God.
And yes, and the first surgery that was done, the doctor didn't put spacers in to hold my spine up. So it actually just collapsed and collapsed and collapsed from L2 all the way down to S1 sacrum, which is your tailbone. So all that's infused.
Okay, so now what can people expect from your chapter in the book, My Walk Past Hell?
Well, it's exactly that. My walk past hell, like Dr. Jerry said, I've been past hell so many times. And the great thing about that is that if God allow you to go through an experience, it's not only for you personally, but it's for somebody else. The Bible says that many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord will deliver us out of them all. And that's just what he did. I could either be pitiful or powerful. And so I decided to be powerful. I decided to come out of the cage, Elijah, and get back to my purpose. But it was a process. It was a process. And God let me know, he said, you can't stay here. I did not call you to this. Get up and get out of this and keep it pushing. And so with this particular chapter here, it touched me personally. So I know it's going to touch others because somebody is either going through this or know someone that has went through what I've went through or may even experience it. But I want to let you know that you can get up and you can get going and you can learn from it because I give you tips, I give you tools. I mean, and the Lord has just blessed the whole anthology to where all of us as authors will give you something to empower your life, to equip you, and to keep you going to where you don't have to stop. You can walk past hell and you can smile at the devil and say, you thought you had me, but I escaped.
Wow. Okay, dokie. People gonna lose their mind when they read you. You say you can be pitiful or powerful. That is a great option between choices, pitiful or powerful. And you chose powerful, clearly, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, wow. What else do you want to share right now? Now, I know you can't share everything, but are you able to share the title of your chapter or no?
I don't believe that I can, but
Jerry, you got.
I mean, look, I don't
Give me
believe.
a second. Don't say another word for a second. Don't say another word for a second, Dr. Jerry.
There you go. There you go again, Kim. See, why you gotta put me on the screen like that? See? Now you being petty. No, I'm just playing.
I have to. I'm a talk show host. Okay, I won't put you front and center. I'll leave you like that. How about that?
That's fine. Felicia, you can share your title. I don't have no problem with y'all sharing your title.
Well, good.
Okay.
Gracious. Thank you so much, Dr. Yolanda Jerry.
Thank you, Dr. Jerry.
Wait, don't say it yet till I put you back over. Good gracious. I just want to know okay, so everybody, you have the permission from Dr. Yolanda Jerry. Since the book is coming out very, very soon, you can share your titles now. Thank you, Lord. That's right there. Everybody type amen in the comment section. Y'all know you done been in all of these different authors hearing them speak. And Dr. Yolanda Jerry said they can officially share the titles now. So I want to put a hashtag amen in the comments.
Amen.
All right, go ahead.
Well, you know how sometimes the enemy, he comes to kill, steal, and to destroy. And the title of my chapter is I Didn't See It Coming.
Wow. That alone right there is going to preach. That's going to preach a lot of women's lives. You know that? And a lot of stories that we all of us, and I include myself, there are things in our lives that we just didn't see coming. No matter how alert or looking around and thinking that we were so on top of it, some things just blindside us, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Well, oh my goodness. I am so grateful to have you on. People are typing amen. They like, oh yeah, what? They said, I can't wait for this book. Powerful story. Didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. Wow. I didn't see it coming. Lots of comments coming in from the studio audience. Thank you also for being so engaged today here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Thank you so much for sharing your powerful story, and I can't wait to learn more. How can people stay connected with you?
I'm on Facebook at Elder Long, and I'm also, my email is highly favored at hotmail.com. That's HILE favored at hotmail.com, or it's Global Warfare Ministries at gmail.com. And that's how you can stay in contact with me. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram as well at Elder Long. Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Make sure on all of the social media outlets, you can follow her at Elder Long. If you type that in, you'll be able to get directly connected with Elder Felicia Long, and she has a story to share. So make sure you all stay connected with her. And also, I want to go back, Dr. Jerry, because there were so many comments that came in the beginning, and I didn't pop those up. I think it's best for me to pop those comments up when your pictures are up. Other than that, I won't. It may be like something that someone said at the beginning doesn't make sense at the end, So let's see. Wonderful ladies. Good morning, queens. People were chiming in right from the beginning when I first had you up. Good morning. Good morning, queens. Good morning. Good morning. Fantastic ladies. Some people on here that I'm not going to pull their comments up, and you'll learn about this, Dr. Jerry. And some of you don't even see these comments. And this is a good training moment when you're hosting a show. You determine what comments you can put up on your screen. And then some are just kind of advertising and some other things that we'll talk about. But anyway, my family, you definitely have an inspiring story. You've inspired me, Dr. Jerry, and shared. Good morning, queens. Good morning. And bam, bam. That covers everything. Is whatever you were saying, that love that covers all, that covering is a necessity. I just want to make sure you guys know some of the comments that are coming in while you're actually on here. And that's the way that I'm going to try to get your comments in, studio audience, today, because there are so many coming in that I want to pop them up when they are, here, time to level up, timetolevelup.com. Good morning, Kim Jacobs and guests, and my mama, who's always on. Somebody talking from the studio audience to my mama. Hey, Allison. Good morning. Okay. And you said thank you so much, too, for joining us. We are sharing. We are we're sharing, Doc. They said we're not sharing, Dr. They're not trying to share you. Can y'all share Dr. Yolanda Jerry with the rest of the world, please? We know y'all are a part of her tribe. Good morning, beautiful queens. Good morning. Thank you very much. All right. Lots of great comments have been coming in. I hope I didn't miss anyone's comments. I'll try and get them all in throughout the broadcast. But what I will ask is if you all, as my guests today, if you'll go back and officially just look at the Facebook page and maybe respond to some questions and comments that's coming in directly for you. Okay. All right. Dr. Josephine Harris, how are you? All right. Dr. Josephine Harris, she is an author, a philanthropist, behavior analyst, serial entrepreneur, and CEO, founder of Calming Minds. You know, you had a whole calming presence. Calming Minds, LLC, a multidimensional coaching practice helping clients to connect with the mind, body, and soul by way of inspiration, facilitation, coaching, and other dynamic mechanisms. Bringing a vast portfolio of uncompromising skill sets and certifications to her practice within the realms of addiction counseling, intervention, programming, domestic violence, individual and group psychotherapy, and many more. Dr. Josephine Harris proves herself to be an ideal collaborator and one of the many reasons that she has earned an outstanding respect from those she serves. Her mantra is simple, and she is inherently committed to the emboldening of women. Emboldening, that's a great word, of women, particularly military spouses, facilitating for them all an opportunity of hope, whether it be through transformational messages or professional and personal growth. It's lots of other things that she's done here. She encourages, motivates, empowers women from all cultures and backs an amazing portfolio. She has attained a PhD in psychology, postmaster online teaching psychology certificate, a master of philosophy in psychology. Oh my goodness. And MS in psychology, BS in criminal justice administration. She is certified in both teaching English to speakers to other languages and teaching English as a foreign language. So she has an internationally licensed psychotherapist and proudly serving the Seoul Counseling Center in South Korea since 2018. So there is a lot of other things that she deeply appreciates, being a member of the communal body and loved greatly by her family, friends, and many others. And her ways of being connected on social media will be shared as well. But I am so glad to have you, Dr. Josephine Harris. So unmute yourself and tell us about your chapter in the book.
Hello, everyone. I'm really, really blessed and excited to be a part of this project. And I want to thank Dr. Yolanda. Thank you so much. My chapter is me going through as a teen mother. I was a teenage mother, and I was going through in a relationship where that I had the love at home, but I thought I needed more. So I was in a relationship that was emotional and mentally abused, where my ex wanted to nurture me, but during that time, I didn't know what nurturing that was. So he was I was one of the ones, and I graduated. I was a teen mother. I walked across stage when I was pregnant. After I had got my diploma, I went into labor. So it was one of the ones that I was in a low self-esteem point in my life, and I found someone that can really shelter me in, that I thought sheltered me in.
Wow.
So really my chapter, the name of my chapter is Reclaiming My Voice, because when I was so silent for so long, it helped me during the time that he was mentally and emotionally abused to me. It was like he brought my self-esteem down. So I actually had to really revamp myself and ask God for direction.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. And so a lot of people are going to be able to relate to your story because someone else is having our voice for us. And that's not even the voice that we want heard. It's like, if anybody can relate, we could do, I know y'all are on mute, but look, if we can relate, it's like our voice is our voice. It's not for somebody else to share our story. And so for you to finally find your voice was just incredible. And I can't wait to hear how you found your voice, because it sounds like, according to your bio, you found it very well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And so I'm excited to hear, and I won't put you on the spot to be petty. I won't be petty. Okay, Dr. Jerry, I'm not going to close her or anything. I'm just going to try and leave it generic. But I can tell you, with all of these accolades, and you've matriculated throughout all kinds of different degrees and profession of psychotherapy and so forth, you've gotten your voice back well, right?
Yes.
I'm quite excited about it. And now, what other advice do you give to women that are struggling to find their voice? What can you say to encourage somebody that they may need their voice now before they even hear or read your story? What advice would you give them?
One of the motto that I follow is like, every chance is a chance to change your life. So whether you tell your sister, whether you tell another sister, whether you tell your mother, you are somebody. You are beautiful. You do have high self-esteem. So every day is a day to change your life. Just know that you are a beautiful queen that God put you to be.
Yes, that's such incredible advice. And I'm glad that you're sharing that right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Every one of you, you are a beautiful queen, and your voice matters. Now, here's how you can stay connected with Dr. Joe. Tell them your contact information, Dr. Joe, so people can know how to stay connected with you.
On Facebook, as Dr. Joe Harris. Instagram is Dr. Harris J, and my LinkedIn is Dr. Josephine Harris. And I'm also coming out with a blog called Healthy Minds and Hearts, where I talk about my journey doing my mental health and doing a military spouse and stuff like that. And I'm also a part of the network called Living Your Life at Faith, Living Out Loud Faith Network. So it's called the Faith Inspirational Project.
Excellent. Nefertira says, love this. Great advice, ladies. Just way to go, Dr. Joe. Frank Henderson. Frank, I know who you are. I'm gonna leave it at that. Since okay. Dr. Jerry, you gonna kill me, right? You like him, I'm gonna get you. I won't put you over there in the center. All right, Dr. Joe, love you. I love it. You go, girl. All right, Dr. Joe. Listen, we're so glad to have you here today, Dr. Joe, on the Kim Jacobs Show. And I cannot wait to read your story. I can't wait to read all of your stories. The day the book comes out, I don't know if you get a pre-copy. I need my copy urgently, because I'm going to literally... I may use this cup. I am a mother dreamer, because I do have products, by the way, y'all, on the Kim Jacobs Show, KimJacobsShow.com. So I have a whole mother dreamer movement. So I'm going to sip my tea, and I'm going to read that book probably from start to finish on the same day, because I'm an avid reader, and I cannot wait for my Walk Past Hell to come out. And don't worry, Mom, I got you. I'm buying you a copy too. Okay. So I'll make sure yours get mailed to your house, because my mom is always on the show. This is going to be incredible and life-changing. And I believe it's going to be an international bestseller. Do you all? Because I think personally, if you guys believe that my Walk Past Hell is going to be an international best-selling book, make sure you type best-selling, I don't know, hashtag something, Dr. Jerry's Tribe bestseller, or something that pertains to that, because I think that every woman in the world, regardless of their nationality, regardless of their shape, size, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're going to find somebody's story in your anthology that's going to resonate with them. And I think that's what you've mastered that, Dr. Jerry. So I'm really proud of it. Very proud. Everybody's typing bestseller. Yes. Hashtag bestseller. Thank you, guys. Somebody said BE, just type something. Hashtag bestseller. Yes. It's turned into a movement. This whole thing with Dr. Jerry's Tribe has turned into a movement. We are claiming bestseller, hashtag, buy the book from Dr. Jerry's Tribe. If you hashtag Dr. Jerry's Tribe and you look that up on social media, you're going to find something about my Walk Past Hell. Okay. So proud of you. So proud of you, Dr. Joe. Lots of comments coming in. International bestseller, as international bestseller, Dr. Jerry's Tribe bestseller, bestseller 2021. You can grab all these hashtags, Dr. Jerry, and later I claimed it. I said New York Times bestseller, but I love international bestseller. Yes, Brianne. My walk past hell. Hashtag my walk. Okay, that's it. So now Dr. Jerry has spoken. And when Dr. Jerry speaks, that's what we're going to hashtag, okay? Everybody, let's take a second. Because it's like how E.F. Hutton speaks, right? Well, Dr. Jerry spoke. So here we go. Hashtag, what was it? My walk past hell. That's what we hashtagging, everybody. So all other hashtags, she's going to grab them. But this is what Dr. Jerry says she wants you to hashtag. My walk past hell. Everybody take 2 seconds. Let me give you 30. Okay. I'm gonna actually have to go to a commercial break anyway. But before I go to a commercial break, so I don't want you to miss the commercial because then that defeats the purpose because it's a sponsor. So what I'm going to do right now is give you 30 seconds to hashtag my walk past hell. Everybody do that. Everyone hashtag my walk past hell and tag a friend to invite them into today's episode. My walk past hell and invite one friend into today's episode. All right. And we are back. I hope everyone hashtag my walk past hell. We're getting ready to go to Jamila. Jamila, let me pull you over. I am super excited that you guys, first of all, y'all are doing a fantastic job of sharing your stories and you're very concise and to the point. And Dr. Jerry, y'all don't play. Okay, my walk past hell is the hashtag. Let me take a moment to just introduce you to today's episode sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by snowlegal.com. And snowlegal.com, I'll put the information up so I can share some details about them. Right now, people that have reached out to them from the Kim Jacobs Show, any people that have viewed the show, they've had some really great experiences. And I really love to hear the positive feedback that I receive when someone sponsors the show and you have a good experience. Now, Attorney Kenneth D. Snow, he comes on and he does a legal moment with Attorney Snow, and he answers questions for 15 minutes, usually once a month, right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. But if you're interested in getting a consultation question answered, he's agreed to you giving him a call, saying that you heard about him on the Kim Jacobs Show, and they will answer a question for you. Now, typically consultations cost a major fee right up front. So if you call them and say that you have one question, they probably answer it as long as you say you heard about them on the Kim Jacobs Show. 704-358-0026. 704-358-0026. And if you would also like to learn more about them, you can email them at info@snowlegal.com. Let's learn more about Snow Legal now.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right. And then also make sure you all stay connected with the Kim Jacobs Show. And I'll share ways that you can do that. You can subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on our YouTube channel. All you have to do is it's free to subscribe. I know people my mom's age, they were like, is it free? Yes, YouTube is free, y'all. Okay. So all you have to do is go over to YouTube to Kim Jacobs Show. I'll put the link in the comment section. You hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification. There's a little bell. You can select all. And every time we go live, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll be right here in the virtual studio audience ready to type your comments. Here are some other ways to stay connected. And then when we come right back, we're going to go straight to you, Jamila. Okay. So get that beautiful smile ready. All right, everyone, we are back and we are talking with the authors of My Walk Past Hell. I do hope that you've invited someone to today's episode, and we're going to go now to Jamila Welch. And I am so glad to have you here. The best trademark of successful entrepreneurship can be seen most prevalent through energized professionals who couple ambition with an unyielding sense of humanitarianism. Standing tall amongst many is the multifaceted business guru, Jamila Welch. Jamila Welch is an author, investment specialist, philanthropist, and CEO and founder of JW Investments, LLC, where she specializes in purchasing and renovations of homes in urban cities, repurposing them into suitable housing opportunities for low-income families. She is also the co-founder of Texas Partners, LLC, alongside co-founder of Texas Partners LLC alongside her husband, specializing in acquiring homes, rehabbing them, and special selling for profit. These property ventures are the fruits of Jamila's audacity to reform her past, enhance the lives of urban communities, and walk into her life's purpose of compassionate entrepreneurship. After surviving a mundane career in the telecommunications industry for over 12 years, Jamila's mantra is simple. She believes in never giving up and always giving back. True to her let me go back and get some proper grammar here, okay? True to her philanthropic. Yeah, I actually have a master's degree, so I can get this word conquered, okay? True to her philanthropic nature. Yes, Kim, you got it. Jamila has an annual relationship with volunteerism and often commits to the facilitation of communal drives and giveaways to those burdened by impoverished circumstances. Overcoming her traumatic past as a teenager and often homeless mother, a survivor of domestic violence, Jamila has made giving back a signature of the new life that she is determined to create, not only for herself, but for others. Her passion for this method of giving back is one of many reasons that Jamila will soon launch 918 House of Love. Oh my gosh, Incorporated. Again, 918 House of Love Incorporated, a nonprofit concentrating on the shelter and safety of teenage mothers and young girls. She has made an exceptional lifestyle of outliving her past. Yes, through her many business ventures and the genuine asset she is to various communities. In her free time, she enjoys traveling. She also, I don't know how much free time she has here with all this on here, but assessing the vastness of the creation with the sincere gratitude for life. She loves cooking, dancing, stock trading, and spending time with loved ones. When she's not changing the world, she is a hero at home. She's a wife, a loving wife, mother, aunt, and cherished friend. Jamila Welch, leader, investor, advocate. Glad to have you, Jamila. With your philanthropic self. I got to get that word out. I'm going to say it all day now. Glad to have
Hi,
you.
Kim. Thank you so much for having me on the show this morning. And thank you, Dr. Jerry, for this book project and her vision. It's been great. It's been something that I never thought that I would do. It allowed me to step out of my comfort zone and to share a part of my life that I know will help others.
Wow. Now, what can you tell us about your chapter?
So my chapter is called Please Come Out of the Closet, and it talks about, it talks about that pivotal moment where you say enough is enough. And for me, that moment was seeing my 11-year-old daughter in the closet after a domestic situation, crying, scared to come out, and holding the phone in her hand, calling the police. So the look in her eyes and seeing that was my moment that I knew enough was enough and I had to do something about it.
Do you know how many children have witnessed some things that they just should never have witnessed? Some children have witnessed some things that they should never have to experience in their childhood.
Yes. Yeah, so that's and it, you know, it touches on domestic violence as a teenager and a young adult. And it allowed me to share this story. It allowed me to connect with my nieces that are of the age that I was when I was experiencing this. And I've always been such a private person. So sharing my story is really stepping out of my comfort zone for myself. But I'm so glad that I did it, because it's opening up room for me to be able to talk to, like I said, my nieces about my experiences, and even some of my family members, because everyone doesn't know everything that I went through.
Well, Tahira, is that her name?
Tahira.
Tahira says, "I love you, Mom." Wow, y'all gonna break me down like this on this show? Okay, listen. Is Tahira the girl that was in the closet?
Yes. My only daughter.
Wow. Now for her to... Okay. Dr. Jerry, you might take over the show for a second. Unmute yourself and say something.
I told you, Kim. Didn't I tell you? I told you. You can't say I didn't tell you so. You can't say I didn't tell you so. I warned. Everybody's being warned right now on Kim Jacobs Show. Get your Kleenex and your tissue ready, because these stories, I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. You're going to see things, and you're going to see people differently after you read these stories. I promise you that.
Y'all can't come on somebody's show and break them down like that, man. You can't do that. Okay. Oh man, Tahira. Okay. Oh wow. I know that right there says everything. I love you, Mom, because the love that she has for you, she's never gonna forget whatever happened in your chapter. She's never gonna forget in her entire life that you loved her enough to protect her.
And can I say something also about that, Kim? It's important, I think, to when you have when you experience domestic violence, to get help, and not just for yourself, but get help for your children or anyone that's experienced it with you. I did a little bit of counseling afterwards, and I had some counseling for Tahira, but I didn't finish counseling as I should. And I sometimes you think you're better, but you're really not. And if I'm being honest, writing this chapter was so therapeutic. I thought that I had gotten over a lot of things in my past, and I realized that I didn't. So I just want to say it's important to get help, and don't hold things in silence. I'm always trying to be the strong one, so I don't like to show my vulnerability. So don't be afraid to show your vulnerability. Don't be afraid to get help. And don't be afraid to talk to someone.
My God. Okay. Wow. Okay. Enough is enough. People said all kind of comments. Congratulations to all you beautiful women, especially my Aunt Jamila. Elizabeth said, congratulations to you. So proud of you. It takes a lot to share your story and to be transparent. How important do you think it is to be transparent, Jamila?
I think it's important because a lot of times I wasn't always transparent, but you hold things in. And when you hold things in, you just let it fester, and it doesn't. It affects your life in ways that you don't want to. So just be transparent. Talk about it. Find somebody, whether it's a best friend or a counselor, a teacher, someone. Just talk to someone that you trust with it.
Wow. Okay, I'm done here. Let's see. I can go home. I can go take a nap now for the rest of the day. Let's see. We love you to your powerful strength. Hashtagging strength. Here's a domestic violence hotline. If you need some assistance, don't wait until another day. Take action now. 1-800-799-7233. It may be the difference between life and death for you. Dr. Yolanda Jerry is sharing this number, 1-800-799-7233. People are saying they love you guys, love you all. Y'all not gonna have me at work crying today. Powerful. We have a movement, y'all, sticking together, hashtag and sticking together. We love you. Ron Post says we love you. Y'all got me crying, Brienne said. Strength. power, lots of comments coming in. So you're going to have to definitely go back, if you don't mind, and just look at these comments and respond to them. Don't be afraid to get help. Don't be afraid. Real talk from real women. I applaud all of your strength and your resilience. Thank you so much, Lee. Okay. Don't be afraid to get help. Reach out. Love you. Lots of great comments. Your babies are watching you. Your babies are watching you. That is such a profound comment, Pamela. And your baby was watching you. Anything else you want to say, Jamila?
No, I just want to say, again, thanks for this project, Dr. Jerry. It's been a process. These women are phenomenal, and I'm so glad to have, met them and to do this project with them.
Wow. Okay. And I see here how you can stay connected with Jamila Welch. Tell people right here on, go ahead, Facebook.
So I'm on Facebook at Jamila Welch-Bursey, or you can email me at jamila@918.org.
Jamila@918.org. You can email her, Jamila@918. And 9 is spelled out?
Spelled out, 918.
And then the number 18. 9 is spelled out, and then the number 18.
And also I'm on Instagram at goddess_1818.
Okay. So when you get back, make sure you put that in the private chat, and I'll pull that back up as well. Okay. Wow. And I don't even know if I want to know. The name of the chapter is Coming Out of the Closet or something, right? That's what you said, Jesus.
Yes. Please come out the closet.
Please come out of the closet. And I mean, it's a call to action, according to Jamila Welch. Please come out of the closet. My gosh. Thank you so much for sharing. On today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show, y'all, we are talking with authors from My Walk Past Hell, y'all. This book is getting ready to come out. It's an anthology of 30 different authors, and it's been compiled by Dr. Yolanda Jerry, who is the main collaborating person that pulled everybody together, 30 different authors, and they're talking about how they've been through hell, but they got past it, and their stories are going to inspire you, right? By reading this book as it comes out. Our next commercial break, and we're going to be going to Cheryl Kale when we come back. So Cheryl, get yourself ready, get that beautiful smile ready. But let me introduce you to Hunter Everidge Law Firm. Hunter Everidge Law Firm is in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and they're also in the Richmond, Virginia area. Attorney Hunter is in the Richmond area, and Attorney Everidge is in the Charlotte area. If you're dealing with Social Security disability issues, or you're dealing with like workers' compensation, or you're dealing with a family accident that was not of the person's fault of their own, there are different situations that's happening and you need this assistance, make sure you reach out to Hunter Everidge Law Firm and tell them that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way.
I'm attorney Charles Everidge. I started out representing insurance companies until my father was seriously injured at work. 4 of his fingers were amputated. Our family went through a lot, so I know what you're going through as an injured worker. If you've been hurt on the job, call me now. I'll fight to get the workers' comp benefits you may deserve. I'll fight for you like family. Put my experience to work for you. Call 704-457-5000, the first call for injured workers.
Welcome back to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. We are talking with authors from the book, My Walk Past Hell. Again, there are 30 authors in this book, and Dr. Yolanda Jerry is the person that compiled all of these authors, pulled them together. It's Dr. Jerry's tribe. Let me show you again their cover if you're just joining. This is what you have to look forward to, y'all. You're going to be able to see how they went through some hell, some experiences with hell, and how they came out on the other side. This is the cover. My walk, you see that lady in there? And she is walking out of the fire, walking past hell. Oh my goodness. And that lady, that beautiful lady back there on the backdrop, and all of the authors' names are listed that you'll be able to read their individual chapters. Okay, so welcome right now to the Kim Jacobs Show, Cheryl Kale. How are you, Cheryl?
I'm doing wonderful today. How are you, Kim?
I'm doing great, doing great. Cheryl is an author, cleric, business generalist, and a faith-based family coach with a heart for broken women and domestic violence victims. Cheryl is the wife of John Cale. She's a mother of 5, grandmother of 10. Oh my goodness. And a great grandmother. Yes. Get out of here. A great grandmother of 1. You stop it. You look good.
Thank you, Kim.
Oh my God. There's no way you'd be somebody's great grandmother. You are amazing looking. Oh my goodness. So welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show, Cheryl Cale.
Thank you for having me, Kim.
Thank you so much for being here. Well, first of all, before we even talk about your chapter, I would like to hear something from you pertaining to age and the fact that so many women get to a certain age and feel like, okay, that's it. You know, I've done what I'm supposed to do on this earth and my time is kind of winding down or whatever. But you are kicking that theory in the head. So can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes. So I've raised 5 kids. And so now I feel like it's time for me to live for myself. I'm getting close to 60. 2 years from now, I'll be 60 years old. And I feel like I'm just beginning to live my life. And I'm going to help other people live their life as well. We don't have to sit down and get old and die, but we can live and live as long as God intends for us to live and live a fruitful and exciting life.
Wow. I'm so excited to hear your inspiration and your encouragement. And I think so many women that are senior ladies will really benefit from just seeing this episode and also reading your chapter. So tell us a little bit about your chapter.
So my chapter is called It Was Only a Test. And it was called It's Only a Test because I was a wife of a military soldier or military man, if he was in the Navy. And during that time, he had grown up in domestic violence. So, of course, a lot of times they think that that is the norm. And so he decided that he wanted to repeat what he had known as being normal.
Wow.
And I had recently gotten out of the military. So I was on a military base with him, no car, away from my family, and went through domestic violence and being raped by one of his friends. So I talk about that in the story. And it became so much that my mind wanted to take a rest. So one day I found myself with my kids. We were in a telephone booth. That was how long ago it was, in a telephone booth. And I had sticks telling my kids we were protecting ourselves. My mind had kind of left me and I thought I had a gun and I thought I was protecting myself and my kids because my mind had snapped. And that's why I said it's only a test, because the enemy thought he had stolen my mind. But it was just a temporary test to let me know that God was still faithful and God was going to bring me out of the situation. And then while going through all of that, my cousin was beat. And he was brain dead. And so I decided to leave the military base to go be with my cousin, hold his hand while they were disconnecting him from life support. And because I was a civilian and I was raped by a military person and going through the domestic violence by another military person, I already had a disadvantage because I'm a civilian, the military is protecting them. And so when I left to go take care of my family member, I talk about how my situation was not handled the proper way. So it just
okay. I'm gonna do one of Dr. Jerry's numbers for a minute now. Dr. Jerry, now you definitely need to get over there in that square and redeem me back for calling me petty. But here's the deal, because I'm getting ready to stop her. Now you know no talk show host stop. Let me pull Dr. Jerry over for 1 second because she's gonna redeem herself. Dr. Jerry, now what you have to say about Kim Jacobs? Subscribe, right?
That's right. Go buy the book. Don't tell everything.
Oh, I'm still not telling it all, but
I know. I knew you would want to be upfront and send on that and be like, well, Kim, thank you. Now you can say thank you to the world, right? Okay, go ahead, Cheryl. I knew that would be a cute little joke.
Okay, so I was just trying to give them enough information to be curious about how the story is. You definitely need to buy the book to hear all of our stories because it has affected all of our lives. And we're here to make sure that we are letting other women know that we are available to assist you and walk you through the situation of exposing what the enemy has done to you. And he does not have the final say. We have walked through the fire. We may smell a little bit like smoke, but the Lord has redeemed all of us, and we are definitely excited to share our stories with you.
Oh my goodness. Your story, being in a military environment and having incident already with your military spouse, and then having another incident with a military buddy, that this is all happening right in this military environment is off the chain. So I cannot wait to read your story, because I cannot wait to find out how you dealt with that, even in the midst of losing your own mind, according to what you said was happening, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So so we're gonna learn by reading the book how she regained and reclaimed her mind, and how she was able to become, now many years later, still in her right mind, and now a great grandmother. So she was able to keep that tribe of the family together and lead them to victory. That's what I see. I don't know what, I'm just making up my own. I'm an author too. I wrote 3 books over here. So I'm making up my own version of the story. This is some good stuff. Oh my goodness. So now my God is right, Pamela. My God, such powerful stories. People are saying these stories is powerful. Nothing but God's grace and mercy. Mother Patricia Lofton, glad to have you on, Mother Lofton. She's our state supervisor of women. When you talk about a tribe, she has a tribe called the NC, North Carolina 2nd Jurisdiction State Women's Department, and I'm a part of her tribe. And so there are like gobs of us, over 100 churches or so that are part of this whole tribe. So we're excited to have you on, Mother Lofton. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. And she said, amen to that. It's your time to live, Cheryl. It's your time to live. My gosh, this is some great stuff. This is 30 incredible voices, one purpose, my walk past hell. 30 incredible voices, one purpose, my walk past hell. Make sure you all hashtag that. It's trending, my walk past hell. Thank you. Okay, so now, sure, I do want to hear one more thing from you. What advice can you give women that are experiencing some things that have been inflicted upon them that are against their will, because you experienced rape in your situation, and not everybody can speak empathetically to that because they haven't experienced it. But once you have experienced it, what advice can you give to women that have had some things inflicted on them that they never welcomed?
Just like one of my other sisters had said earlier, definitely seek help, because there are professional people who are out here to help you. And always never be silent with your voice. Find someone you can confide in. Find someone who, if they can't help you, but they can lead you to help. So never be silent. Always find someone that you can confide in and seek help, and definitely seek God.
Wow.
Definitely above all other help.
You have given such words of wisdom, and I can see why God kept you in your right mind so that you can share these words with us. And I want people to know how they can follow you right on Facebook, and it's Cheryl Kell, right?
Correct, Cheryl Kell. And then my email address is cherylkell@gmail.com.
cherylkell@gmail.com. And you can also follow her right on Facebook, Cheryl Kell. Cheryl Kell is spelled Kehl for all of our podcast listeners. Is Cheryl, Cheryl. Kell is Kehl @gmail.com as well. All right. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for sharing your story. And I can't wait to read more. I cannot wait to read more. Wow. Okay, so we have Dr. Miyada Hampton, who's going to bless us and share with us some of her story. Dr. Miyada Hampton is a nursing leader who impacts others with her powerful, relatable messages of pursuing purpose and learning to lead where you are. She coaches and inspires mompreneurs to create balance, culture, and growth personally, professionally, and financially. Dr. Miyada is a speaker, author, coach, and is known as the leadership culture strategist, up-leveling women to create an environment of success. She empowers her audience to live life on purpose and according to their dreams. Dr. Miyada Hampton is the CEO and founder of Pivot to Prosperity Coaching. She coaches women to turn their purpose into profit and how to profit in adversity. She is the co-author of the book, My Walk Past Hell, the anthology, and has served as a guest speaker and panelist for Success Women's Conference, Dr. Trinice McNeely Virtual Summit, and Born to Dance Worship Arts Conference. She has served as a contributor to Sheology.com blog, and Dr. Miata holds a Bachelor's of Arts degree from Fisk University, a Bachelor of Nursing from Belmont University, a Master's of Science in Nursing from Tennessee State University, with a concentration in family nurse practitioner, postmaster certificate in nursing education from Tennessee State University, and a doctorate of nursing practice from Purdue University. She's a wife to Latre Hampton and a mother to 4 beautiful girls, ages 17, 12, 7, and 2. Welcome, 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 Dr. Miata Hampton. It's a pleasure to have you here.
It is a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting us. We are all very excited. Thank you, Dr. Jerry, for allowing us to be a part of this wonderful project.
Yes, and I am very grateful to have each of you. And Dr. Jerry, again, thank you so much for allowing the 30 authors to grace the Kim Jacobs Show stage and be a part of this whole project of exposing these stories to the world. You know, Dr. Miata, tell us something about your chapter and what people can expect when they're reading it.
So the name of my chapter is Yea, Though I Walk Through the Valley of the Shadow of Death. My chapter is about what happens when you are not vulnerable to your traumas, when you aren't honest with the things that are going on in the side of you, emotionally, physically, and mentally. And it gives a peek into what it looks like when you disassociate from those feelings. As a nurse practitioner, as a nurse leader, you know, you're always taught to do. And no matter whatever it is, whatever the situation, you have to remember to maintain a level head. So in my chapter, I go into a little bit about losing a loved one unexpectedly, what that looks like on the inside, as far as dealing with family members and having to explain things to family members, because, you know, anytime you're dealing with doctors and things like that, they don't always explain things in layman terms. So having to be the person to explain the situation to family, not being able to grieve myself, you know, always being taught to be a human doing and not a human being. So my chapter is a peek into what it looks like to consistently be a human being and not being a human doing, a human doing and not a human being, and what that does to you on the inside when you internalize your traumas.
Wow, Dr. Miata, you know how many people you just spoke to just right now in 2 minutes or less? It's so many women that can resonate with what you're sharing. And yes, Dr. Miata Hampton, wonderful woman. I am excited that you're here today to share your story, because not being a human doing, but a human being. And as women, we are expected to do so many different things and wear so many different hats. I wrote a book called Extreme Balance Makeover, how to have a better life, a better focus. So by having better solutions. And I'm telling you, everything that you're saying is like hitting the nail right on the head. We all have to figure out when it's time for us to be versus do, you know, and that was a clear time in your life that it was time to be, just to be able to grieve, to be able to be mourning yourself or whatever the case, but instead you had to go doing for others. What advice would you give women that find themselves always doing, but never getting what they need in the midst of it?
I would definitely say, make sure that you practice self-care. Remember that you are no good to anyone if you don't take care of yourself. It's okay to be vulnerable when you are experiencing what you would consider strange emotions, things like anxiety and depression, to make sure that you seek help, that you don't suffer in silence, but that you open up your mouth. And I believe it was Elder Long who said the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And if he can shut your mouth, he can keep you bound. And the minute you decide to open up your mouth, to speak your story, to tell your truth, is when you allow deliverance to come into your life.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo, I got chills running down my arms, what you're talking about. And I know everybody's on mute, but that right there, that's good. That's good. That's good. Some good stuff. What else do you want to share with everyone that's looking and watching and listening today?
Well, like the other ladies, this project has not only ignited a fire in me, it has also pushed me into other dimensions. And so I am currently working on building my coaching program, Pivot to Prosperity Coaching, and what that entails. So Pivot is a framework, and it is an acronym. The P is for purpose and prioritizing. The I is for investment and identity. The V is for vigilantly. The O is optimization, and the T is for timing. And that simply means that each and every one of us have a purpose. We were born with a purpose. We were born on purpose, and we were born to serve and do God's will. And that you are to prioritize, figure out those things that are distracting you and keeping you from getting to your purpose, and begin to cut those things out. The I is for investment in identity. You are to identify yourself in Christ, know who you are in Christ, and don't be afraid to invest in yourself, because at the end of the day, no one will invest in you if you don't invest in yourself. And the V, vigilantly, means to vigilantly seek the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and everything else will be added to you. The desires of your heart, all the things that you are waiting on will come to you. And the O is for optimization. And that just simply means to upgrade, up level, get rid of the old thinking, old habits that no longer serve your purpose, no longer serve your ministry, no longer serve you, your business, whatever it is. It is time to optimize. It is time to scale up. It is time to enlarge. And the T just simply means time. Everything happens on time, in due time, in God's time. Pivot to prosperity. Pivot is not a moment. Pivot is not a situation. Pivot is not a circumstance. Pivot is a movement.
Excellent. Everybody, make sure that you are pivoting according to what Dr. Miata Hampton is saying. We can all do it, and we can make an immediate pivot for a better outcome in our lives. So I am so grateful that you're on today. Tell us how people can stay connected with you. I see Miata Hampton right here. I'll put that up on Facebook. So let's make sure that we share with people how they can stay connected with you today.
You can stay connected to me by, you can follow me on Facebook. It's simply Miata Hampton. You can find me on Instagram at Dr. Miata Hampton. That's DRMIATTA Hampton. Click the link in my bio to stay connected for future events. And you can also email me at miatahampton@gmail.com.
All right, miatahampton@gmail.com, at Dr. Miata Hampton. And then on Facebook, which we have this here, is Miata Hampton. And so backstage, make sure you type in the other contact, and we'll pull that in too, so it'll be right in the platform. This is so eye-opening for us guys, is what Terrence said. Many times we don't understand what our lady friends, wives, or family have experienced. He said, I love you all. Wow. Very, very nice comment, Terrence. Thank you for sharing that today. Wow, wow. Okay, anything else that you want to share, Dr. Miata? People said hashtag pivot, pivoting, pivot. Dr.
Just want to thank you for the opportunity. I just feel so blessed to be on this journey with so many women, and just to know that the best is yet to come, ladies. This is just the beginning.
Wow, this is just the beginning. And I see here, I pull this comment over where it says Pivot to Prosperity by Dr. Miata Hampton. That's Pivot to Prosperity by Dr. Miata Hampton. So lots of great things being said in the comments about you all. I want to make sure that I give everyone a chance to have a closing comment. Is there anyone? Each of you will get one closing comment as we get ready to close out today's episode. I just want to thank each person that has been here today, that's been a part of the studio audience. Please start a watch party this evening. Invite your friends and family to experience this. This is worth experiencing, okay? On YouTube, you'll be able to see the episode in its entirety, so you can go back and just share the YouTube link with people as well. We don't want to miss this opportunity to share the things that these women have imparted as wisdom to us today. And I do, as we get prepared to do our closing comments, I do want to offer everyone that's watching today an opportunity to be a part of 2 different masterclasses that we offer. We offer one that's a 4-week masterclass. If you're interested in creating your own show from scratch, you'll be able to be a part of a 4-week masterclass where it's one-on-one with me. Once per week we would meet. Or you can be a part of an 8-week online masterclass where you actually work at your own pace, but it's scheduled for an 8-week time frame to learn how to create your own show from scratch. Or if you're interested in learning how to create presentations across various platforms and do them professionally, that's a course that I offer. So you can learn more about that at kimjacobsconsulting.com. Right after this commercial break, we're going to get one closing comment from everyone and we'll go on with our day. So everybody stay put. Hey everyone, I'm Kim Jacobs and I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. You and I are going to have a great time as you go through this course on how to create your own online show from scratch. Everything that you need to know from A to Z, everything that I know anyway, I'm going to pour it into you. We're going to have a great time talking about what should your show even be called? Who's going to be your guest? How do you identify your target audience? How do you be able to get your studio audience engaged? What type of lighting should you use? All kinds of things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the different platforms that you should use. We're going on this journey together. So go ahead and grab your virtual seats and let's get ready to rock and roll and have a great experience as you learn how to create your own online show from scratch. All right, everyone. So we are back and we're going to get our closing comments from each of our panelists today. Let's start with you, Dr. Miata, since you're there in the corner there. Let's get your closing comment.
Just remember to be a human being and not a human doing. And if you can take a lesson from Lazarus, Lazarus was freed because Jesus called his name. He gave the issue a name, and that thing was resurrected, and the things that had him bound fell off of him. So don't be afraid to give a name to whatever it is that you're going through. The moment that you are able to give it a name, that is the moment that deliverance starts to come.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, let's go with you, Cheryl Kale.
Sorry. I would say don't be afraid of the test you're going through. Just think about when you want to have a testimony, the first 4 letters of testimony is test. Be resilient, go through the test, and tell the world your testimony.
Excellent. Excellent. And Dr. Felicia, well, I said doctor because you preaching some doctoral stuff over there, but Felicia Long, let's go with you, preacher.
Go ahead, prophesy then, Kim.
That's right.
There is a bounce back spirit in all of us, and you can take your personal power back. You just got to know that the strength of the Lord is within you. Get up out of those grave clothes, and like Miata said, walk out like Lazarus, give it a name, and bounce back and snatch that power from the devil and keep on walking past hell.
Yes. Okay. Dr. Josephine Harris, your closing comment.
One thing I can say is nothing fear but fear yourself. You can ace it. Everything you can have is inside you. You just have to bring it out and trust yourself that you can do it and move past your trials and tribulations.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. And Jamila Welsh.
So I just want to say that your past does not define you, but it uniquely refines you. So don't let anyone's limited beliefs of you, or most importantly, your limited beliefs of yourself, stop you from being great. Instead, turn those limited beliefs into unlimited growth and opportunity.
Wow. Beautiful. And again, Dr. Yolanda Jerry, which is the person that's put this entire anthology together, and we are celebrating her today. Hashtag Dr. Yolanda Jerry's Tribe, Dr. Jerry's Tribe, and hashtag My Walk Past Hell. Dr. Jerry, if you'd close out today's show with your closing comments, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Kim. Well, I want to speak to everyone on here, to including the ladies on this, that's part of this book project. And I just want to say, you know, what I see as women who walk past hell, a woman who has walked past hell is a strong woman who at one point in her life suffered trauma, but is now resilient, transformational, life-changing, and unsinkable. This woman is God-fearing, uses what she's been through, and shares her testimonies to encourage and empower others. These queens stand up for what they believe in and has never give up. So what I'm saying here is, if these queens have not given up and they are pushing past their hell, so can you. If you're walking and you're dealing with something right now, just know that these women are perfect examples of you being able to come out of the trauma that you have gone through.
Wow, you have just nailed it on the head. And I put you up front and center because you started preaching. So I was like, I'm getting ready. You get ready. This is some good stuff right here. You are an inspiration to everyone watching, to everyone that's going to read the book. And your words of encouragement resonate deep in the spirit of every woman that will ever encounter you, Dr. Jerry. So thank you for blessing the Kim Jacobs Show with your gifts and your talents. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having us and having us on your show for what, 5 weeks? You dealt with us for 5 weeks.
I love it.
With many, many different stories. So I am truly thankful and grateful for you just allowing us to bless you and your platform.
Thank you. And you all are welcome back. All of you, you can come back individually as guests and share different components of your life, because some of you are psychotherapists. It's different things that you do outside of actually being an author in the book. So you can help so many people from a perspective of bringing balance to the world. That's what our goal is to bring balance to the world, one household at a time. And your backstories and your expertise all help lend to that. So you all are all individually welcome to come back. Let's see. Never give away your power. Satan uses silence to steal our power. Don't give him victory. Speak out. Pamela said, thank you, Kim Jacobs. You're so welcome, Pamela. And thank you to the authors of My Walk Past Hell. We're going to go ahead and disconnect. And tomorrow I have the guest on that's talking about the lie lived. It's a man named Keith D. Simpson. The D is a Keith D. Simpson. He's an entrepreneur and a father, but he talks about the lie lived. Tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time to find out what that means. And then Friday, we have Freestyle Friday right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. And that's experts from different walks of life that'll talk about health, fitness, real estate, credit repair, you name it. It happens right here on Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, ladies. And thank you, studio audience. I'll see you all tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the Kim Jacobs Show.